Hello, good day. My name is John Ray Villaseran and I'm here to present my final project in database management systems. So I chose the customer and product database for my final project, and you are now seeing the entity relationship diagram. So my entity relationship diagram composed of customer and the product entities, and they have one-is-to-many relationship, as one customer can have many products and one product can have one specific customer only. So the customer table or the customer entity have the following attributes: the ID, the name, the address, and the contact person. And the customer ID is the primary key of this customer table. For the product table, we have the following attributes: the name, the serial of the product, and of course the foreign key, which is the customer ID, which is also one of the attributes in the customer table. For the next diagram, I am showing to you the entities and relations diagram. So the customer is the first entity in the left side, and the product is the second entity. The relation is this buys. So these entities have the following attributes: the customer ID, the customer name, the customer's address, and the contact person for the customer entity. And for the product entity, it has the product name and the serial number as attribute. This is my normalization table. So for this normalization table, I have here the original table, which has the customer ID column, the customer name column, the customer's address column, the contact person, the name of the product, and of course the serial of the product. As I normalize using the 1NF, the product is now normalized into this one. So the redundancy of these product name and serial product is now broken into this type of normalized table. And for the second 2NF, or the second normalization, I broke down the table into two and created a foreign key, which is the customer underscore ID customer column. So now I have the customer table and the product table. So as you can see, the table is now normalized and now is very efficient for querying. And in here, I have all the queries that will be used in my SQL database. So I'm here now to create the table using the command line or the commands that I created. So this command is for the creation of the database. So I'm just copying and pasting the ready-made commands in my SQL table. So this is for the creation of the database. The second one is for us to use the created database. The second one, the third one, is for the creation of the tables. So first is for the creation of the customer table, and the second one is for the creation of the product table. So as you can see, it's very easy for us to create or to execute all the commands if it is already being prepared. So the next is for the creation of all the entries. So for the first commands, I will be creating the entries for the customer table. So I will just copy and paste it. So as you can see, it's really very easy. And for the next one, we have the product table. It's too long. For the next, the database or the tables that I created were really very long. So now we have created all our entries in the two tables. So now we will be updating our entries. So I also have a ready-made command here, which is to update the customer prod database, which is the table for the customer, wherein we will be editing the address of the specific customer, which is the customer ID 5. So as you can see, the command is successful. And for the second one, for the customer ID 4, we will also edit the customer's address. Okay. So this is for the deletion. So we will just create one, which is the customer ID 3 for the product table. As you can see, it's already deleted. So when we query this specific table, which is the product table, we will see that there is no customer ID 3 on it. So let's use this specific command to query the product table. We should not see the table 3. So as you can see, there is no customer ID 3 in here. So we will just have to update it again and add the entry for the customer ID 3 for the product. And just add, good thing we have the ready-made commands already. So for now, when we query that specific command again, we should see the product, the customer ID for the product table. So as you can see, it is already added. So I have here ready-made select or searching commands. So for the first one, we have the select all from the customer product DB for the specific customer table. So we will here execute it. And as expected, the table that is being queried or being shown is the table of the customer. So this is all the table of the customer that we created when we updated all the entries. This is the select entry for the customer or for the product table. So another very useful command is the join, wherein we will be joining or we will be presenting to you the joined table of both customer and the product. So in here, we joined the table for the customer and the product. So as you can see, this customer name is in the customer table, and this product and serial product is found in the product table. So both of them are joined, and this is the resulting query. So there are a lot of queries that we'll be using actually, but due to limited time, we will only be using this commands. So this database can actually be applied and be used for web application using the PHP command. So if I will be using it or reproducing it for my projects in my work, so I will be integrating it using the PHP programming language and will be using a web application for it to be used in my work. So thank you very much for listening in this video.